I once heard a beautiful machshava, b'shem Big Gadol. They asked him, we're talking about over here about finding the right zivug, about finding your soulmate, and about how you should be idealistic and focused, and not getting swept away with culture and with going after wealth to secure material wealth and a shidduch. So we quoted countless times the Chazal of Arba'im Yom Kedim Tzirasai, Bas Kol Yetzis V'Ameres, Bas Pleni, Bas Pleni. So there's a whole commotion, there's a whole ceremony 40 days before a couple gets married. So that's 20, maybe 23, 25, sometimes it can be longer years before the couple gets married. So someone asked the Gadol, I don't understand. There's thousands of organizations and young men and women that haven't found each other yet. If the Bas Kol went out 25 years ago, what does it help for now? Why do we have all these organizations? Let's tap into, let's get a recording, look in the Google Drive, what happened during that Bas Kol that went out from Chayriv. But now you have organizations and thousands of people and write-ups in the Mishpacha magazine about what's the reason? And drushes and chizik and gatherings and groups and singles. What's the commotion? Ma'akal Arash. Everyone should just know who their destined one is, and they'd have much more clarity. So what's the eitzah? How does a person know? It seems like there's so much uncertainty, there's so much commotion. But if there was a Bas Kol, shouldn't we hear about that now? And obviously the Gadol said that there's also another factor, that zivugim are kashek kriyas yamsuf, so you have to keep that in mind as well. But the reason for the Bas Kol is Hashem wants to put out to the world. How do we access that? The beautiful point over here is the way we access that, the way we can tap into that, lean into that divine message, that divine proclamation, is when the wind blows positively. When the wind blows where it seems it makes sense. People can go out and right away, there's no chemistry, they're not talking, there's no connection. So no, the wind isn't blowing. But this Gadol said that the way we know what was said over, our closest inkling, our closest way of detecting if we're right, if we're securing what was said, is when the wind blows, when sometimes it just feels right. It just feels this is correct. It just feels this is the one that is destined. This is the one that was the Bas Kol. You have to listen for that. You have to be Mason Lave. You have to tilt your ears, sometimes your eyes. You have to ask, whatever it is. But that is how we can access on our level thousands of years later from Chayriv into that Bas Kol.